Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to this tutorial. And in previous tutorial, we have seen how to create the structure of the backend and the front end. And in this tutorial, we will see how to write the code for the backend. So first of all, I'll do one thing. I will do the npm I, and I will install all the packages which are required by us. First is bcrypt for authentication purpose. Then I'm having the body parser. Then I will have the chords for the middleware and all. So after that course, I have the .env to integrate the env file. Then I'm having the express for the creating our application and our everything. So then we have the JSON web token for to create the token for our application. Then we have the Mongoose for the MongoDB and Node server, so that our application is running without breaking, or we don't have to start our application again and again. Then I'm having the socket IO over here. So after socket IO, I'm having socket dot socket IO client. Okay, so these are some of the this Node 1 packages which we will be making use of. So let me just install all of them simultaneously. You can install one by one, but I prefer to install all the packages at once. So let me just go to my index.js file, and all the packages have been installed. And once all the packages are installed, you will see the list of them over here under dependencies. Let me just go to my index.js and I'll start writing the code. Okay, so first of all, I will import express from express. So let me just do one thing. I will define the type as module over here, because I am making use of the import and all, which is basically the ES6. And in ES6 we have to just define the type as a module over here. So I will come over here. So I will create one instant constant app is equal to express over here, and I'll go down below, and let me just do one thing. I'll say app.listen, and basically our app listens to some server. And in this, I will make use of the this socket IO. So for that purpose, I'll do one thing. I will create an import over here. I will say server. I have to create a server now. I will import server from socket. Okay, so I will say socket.io, and this is how I will create this server now. So now when it comes to the backend, if I'm making use of .env, then I can't just use the variables of the .env over here directly. So for that purpose, I will say .env.config. .env.config, and now when it comes to this .env, we have to import it. So I will say import .env from, and I will import this .env from the .env over here. Okay, so our .env configuration has been done, and now I will create one server. Okay, so I will say constant server is equal to http dot create server, and I will create a server over here, and I have to pass app as my parameter over here. Okay, so I will pass my instance of app over here, and now I'll say constant IO is equal to new server, and I have created an instance of the new server over here, in which I have to pass this server variable from this place over here, and now I have to define the course. Okay, so my origin will be star, and it will have the methods like the get and post. So you can define the origin like HTTP, whatever is your this thing, HTTP forward slash localhost, whatever that is. But it is always better to, I mean, if you want to specifically define what is your origin, but star would also work fine. So you can do that over here. And after that, I'll come down below. And if suppose you are having any port, you can define that. So now it is suggesting some code, okay, over here. So io.on. So basically what happens, we are having our this socket server. So whenever anyone, any user will connect to that server, or anyone who will be visiting that particular route, it will console log a user has connected. Okay, so over here inside of this function, whenever any user connects or whenever any user goes to specific route. So if suppose I'm making use of the local host, I'll show you the example. Okay, so I'm having this route. Okay, so I've just passed some random URL. So if suppose I was giving this URL over here, so let me just remove that as of now. It is not required. So this was our URL. So whoever goes to this URL, that means the user has connected. Okay. That time, whatever functions you put inside of the scope, those will be executed. So whenever any user will visit that route, it will console log the user has connected. So this is basically for maintaining the conversations live and all. So you will see how we will do that in the future. But as of now, this much is enough. So now when it comes to the app.listen, I will come down below over here and I will say not app.listen. I will make use of this server instance. Okay, so I will say server.listen, and over here I have to define my port. Okay, so whatever is the port, and then I will console log over here. Console log server is running on this particular port, and now if suppose you can directly give the port over here, whatever the port you want, or you can just define it. I will say constant port is equal to process.env.port. That means if the port variable is there in the env file, take that as a port, or just go to the port, take the port as a 5000. So I will come over here and I will define the port as 5000 over here. Okay, so you can do it like this. It's not some big deal. Uh, so I'm just showing you all what are the ways in which you can handle things. So now I will do one thing. I will say node index.js, and I will run my code. HTTP is not defined. Okay, so I have not defined the HTTP over here. So I have to import the HTTP. So I will say import HTTP from HTTP. Okay, and I will run my code. Now it is saving server is running on the port 5000. So everything has been integrated properly fine now. And now if suppose I am going to the localhost 5000, I should get this message a user has connected. Okay, so I will show you how to do that. Now I have went to this localhost 5000. It has not yet given me the message. Okay, so as of now, we will not see this console log because from the front-end side, we have to trigger that. So basically what happens is on the front-end side, we will create a socket instance, and we will have the function something like socket.io, and wait a minute, socket.io, something like this, and we'll have this connectivity. Okay, so when anyone will connect, so it will have this kind of function, and It is like I'm giving the console.log over here. Okay, so I will say connected to connected to the server. Okay, so when the front end will be triggered, then only we will get this message at the backend side. So as of now, let's just comment this. And so basically, when it comes to the socket over here, so at the front end side, we will have something like the socket is equal to IO. Okay, so we will have the instance of this like this, instance of the socket uh, like this. So as of now, let's just let's not just go deep diving into that, and we will see how to write the code ahead. Okay. So then we will have the mongoose also. So we are using the mongoose over here for storing the data. So let's do one thing now. I will show you how to connect your database. So I will say mongoose mongoose.connect, and over here uh, you have to just give the URL of your mongoose. So I will say process.env.mongodb. You can just give the MongoDB URI, the string which goes over here, and it will have some extra parameters. So first of all, let me just import the mongoose. So I'll say import mongoose from mongoose over here, and yeah, now it's fine, I guess. My autocomplete is not working fine. I don't know why. And it will have the new URL parser as a true, and second parameter which it will take is use unified topology. Unified topology is true. Okay, so these are two parameters it will have, and MongoDB URI. I have to put that string over here, which I will do afterwards. And yeah, this is how we will connect to the MongoDB. And after that, what we will have this then function over here. So once I am connected to the MongoDB, I have to give the console log, which I will say DB connection established, and then it will work fine. And if suppose there is any error, what have I done? Here it's a dot, by the way, and then we have the catch. If suppose any error occurs, then we will just console log the specific error. Okay, so console log the error like if suppose there is any error while establishing the connection to the MongoDB, we'll just give the console log of it. So this is all about that. I'll do one thing. I'll just go to the MongoDB and let me just show you how to get the string. So this is that particular string which we will make use of. Just come over here, paste it, and give the name of your DB. So I'll say chat application over here. And when it comes to this local host, sometimes it creates issues. So directly give the IP 127.0.0.1 over here and just save it. So this is how we connect to the MongoDB, and everything should work fine, I guess. And now when it comes to this middleware, I will have some middleware over here. So when it comes to the middleware, I will say app.use, and now I'll make use of the calls over here. Okay, so basically, whenever we are making use of like sending the JSON data, or whenever we try to access the data on the this thing front end side, we have to specify the origin like this. Okay, so like localhost 5000 or localhost 3000, what is your like front end origin you have to give over here. And Then we say credentials. We give the credentials also. So I will say credentials is it true. But over here, you don't really have to give the IP of your local host or what existing. If you want, you can give. But since we are doing this for the learning purpose, you can keep the origin as a true over here. And yeah, so this is there. Then I will say app dot use. This is our second parameter. I will say express dot JSON. So since we send the data in the form of a JSON, so that's why we make use of this express dot JSON over here. So I guess everything should work fine as of now. Okay, let me just save. And I'll do one thing. Instead of making use of script over here, so I will make use of the script start, and I will make use of the node1, and I will give the name of the file index.js. Okay, so now I will stop my server over here, and instead of saying the node index.js, I will say npm start, and then it will execute this particular command. Okay, so now our backend is running, but it is saying course. Course is not defined. Okay, so I'll come to my backend and I will import course from the course. Okay, so DB connection has been established. Our database is also connected now. So now if I just connect and let me see. Okay, so once we create the models and everything, then we will see the database in the name of this chat app. As of now, it is not there. Let's just forget about it and do one thing. Let's just come to my models and start creating the models. Okay, so it's almost 17 minutes. So I'll do one thing. I will show you all how to create the models and everything in the next tutorial. This much is enough for this, I guess, this particular video. So thanks for watching.